Advanced Warfare is out. It's going to sell a lot, and everybody's going to talk about it. But lots of people that I talk to hate these games. So why are they so popular? First off, Call of Duty is very popular in the casual and major league gaming markets, so they kind of have both ends of the spectrum covered. If you don't like these games, you're probably somewhere in the middle ground. There's a new Call of Duty game every year. I absolutely hate the idea of annual releases. I don't have time to play any of these games, and 1 year is definitely not enough time to develop a AAA title. Games like Call of Duty usually have 2 development teams, and they switch off every year. So really, the development time for a game like Call of Duty is just under 2 years. Which is still not enough time for a AAA game, in my opinion. This is why they've been essentially reskinning the game since Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. Also, because it works. People still buy it every year, and people really like it. Here's a little handy chart for the sales of the main Call of Duty titles. The original Call of Duty did really well as a new IP, especially as a PC game. At that time, Rainbow Six 3 was out. Also soon after, there was Unreal Tournament 2004, Half-Life 2, Counter-Strike Source. So I was a little bit preoccupied. Call of Duty 2 came out in 2005, and it was really the only good launch title for the Xbox 360, so that's why it did so well. It also had this awesome new health system, and the game was genuinely good. This helped them make the transition from a PC-focused game to a console-focused game. Sales peaked once again with the first Modern Warfare. This game was amazing. It was not a generic first-person shooter, it was the leader of the first-person shooter genre. At that time, it was revolutionary. Other first-person shooters started adding these crazy action sequences into their games just like Modern Warfare did, but what makes Modern Warfare so special and what makes it so great today is the smooth shooting mechanics. The most important thing in a first-person shooter is shooting stuff, and Call of Duty has that down tight. The guns are super responsive, the sounds that they make are just perfect, there's not too much recoil, the hit marker sound is super satisfying, even the movement of the character is super smooth. This is why people play it online so much. This is why Call of Duty is at the top of the first-person shooter genre. However, after Modern Warfare 1, they figured, hey, why fix anything that ain't broke? They pretty much just reskinned the same game with the same gaming mechanics over and over and over and over and over again. But even though these games weren't anything groundbreaking, they were still picking up new players because of the very popular multiplayer. If one person gets the game and plays it online with other people, he's going to tell his friends to buy the game so they can all play it together. Then those other people are going to tell their friends to buy the game. And that's how you cast a wide net of bros just trying to play some COD. These games do so well they break all sorts of records, like highest grossing media of all time. No big deal. They're great games, it's just the same game over and over again. They need something different, like a new game mechanic to change the way you play the game. Hopefully, Advanced Warfare has that. They borrowed a lot from Titanfall, and now you have these super suits where you can jump really high, bounce off walls, and grapple onto stuff. That should add some much-needed variety to the gameplay. But if you still don't like Call of Duty's shooting mechanics, then you're still not going to like this game. They're not going to change that. What do you guys think? Why is Call of Duty so popular? Please try not to just say, I don't know, Call of Duty sucks in the comments, because you're stupid. Anyway, follow us on social media, share this video with your friends, subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good week. To be clear, I'm not talking about super rare games here. I'm only talking about games that you probably have that are still worth a decent chunk of change.
Part of the problem with horror games is that they intentionally try to handicap you in order to make you feel more vulnerable and scared and stuff. And sometimes that works, and sometimes it doesn't.